when you rise above your limitations, you can help others to do the same. It's amazing that when David stood up against Goliath, God had already given him what he was standing up to do. All the Lord wants you to do is show up for the battle. You may not have all that you need for the battle. Just show up to the battle, and you just take what you have to the battle. The Bible says here that when he showed up and he threw off what didn't work for him, he took the 5 smooth stones that he picked up from the brook, because he got them out of the brook because the water had smoothed down all of the rough edges and made him smooth, therefore giving him an aerodynamic hit, giving him the kind of hit that makes it pointed, that makes it directional, that makes it focused. He gives him the 5 smooth stones that have been sitting by the place called the brook. And when I was looking at the text, I got mighty happy, because what your enemy does not recognize, that the more time you spend in God's presence, the sharper you become. The more you spend under the glory of God, it makes you more tactful. So the brook represents his presence, and his weapon was been baptized by his presence. So while the rocks lay sitting in the brook, it was smoothing it out. And the Bible said that he stops by the brook and gets the 5 stones, and when he puts them in his bag, he uses what he's familiar with. Can I tell somebody, that's why God is causing a lot of us to go back to the places of victory in our lives that we've let go because we thought it was old fogey and we thought it was old timey. That's why God is driving some of you back to wholesale prayer, back to wholesale fasting. He's driving you back to worshiping in the bathroom, worshiping in the kitchen. While you're staring those mashed potatoes, you're speaking in the heavenly language. He's driving you back, that when you're getting in your car, instead of turning on 92.7, you start praying, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. Look on my children. Look on my mate. Look on the church. Bless mother here. Bless mother there. He's taking you back to what works for you. Can I tell somebody, when it takes you back to what works for you, it's in that place you'll find continual victory. Is in that place you'll find the answer that you need for your battle. He took it out, put it in the slingshot, let go the slingshot by the force of God and the direction that was needed. It knocked him in his head and it knocked him to the ground. It stopped his brain from moving. It stopped life in the brain. When life stopped in the brain, it stopped in the heart. He got the sword of the Spirit. He got the sword in his hand and cut off his head. Can I tell somebody, God is not just about just to bring you out. He's about to annihilate your enemy now. The same thing you've been troubled with for a long time. He's about to cut the head off. Touch your neighbor and say, the head is coming off. My brokenness, the head is coming off. My poverty, the head is coming off.